Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Aether and Iron. We're going to go and do the barge pickup for Cress straight away. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we're full health. We're about as equipped as I can possibly make us at this point, I think. It feels like we're going to be going to do a prison break quite soon, so we'll see how that goes, huh?
The barge we're using is a rusted corpse left on the side of the road, half buried in trash and waiting for someone to put it out of its misery. Two figures wave us into the shadows.
Chris, you brought her along?
Watch tone, Alex. She does good work. You even said so.
One good deed means little. I hope you're right about her.
You know I can hear you, right?
Ugh, don't mind him. Hi, honey. It's good to see you again.
We ready to go?
Here. Grab this morning. Plates, tags, all good. Had the permission papers drafted in the archive. Should pass at a glance.
You two are a long way from home. How'd you get roped into this?
We need to do something. This is how we make things better.
His wife's earnest response freezes the snide remark lurking on his tongue.
They do the same for us. Even if not, they don't deserve to be there. Simple as that.
How'd you nick a whole barge out of White Street?
We took it off a driver who parks near the free home. He likes a drink before his shift.
He's still asleep. We finish this right, he'll never know the thing was gone.
Okay, let's begin, I guess. Starting this job will prevent you from returning to the hole for a short while. I mean, yeah.
Cress, time to go.
Get back safe. We'll bring everyone home.
Thank you, and you too. Be safe, please. We don't need anything happening to the both of you.
They unveil a hatch behind a pile of dirt and steel. Within seconds, they're gone.
Okay,
Most of the time, Cress has a hardened shell, prickly to some, impenetrable to most, built to protect against the world. She turns to me, defenses up, but a vulnerable seriousness radiating from her.
I'm not leaving those people stuck in that hellhole. You're running interference. I need you to get me there and get us all out again. If anyone sees us, it could blow the whole thing.
Don't worry, Cress. I'm on the clock.
Okay, well, we're going to go through a checkpoint. I don't have any contraband at the moment, I don't think. Not sure when that will be useful, but well, I've got this, but it's in a secret compartment. These don't need. Yeah, actually, they're not in a secret compartment, are they? Yeah, we should be okay going through the checkpoint.
I'd hoped for smooth sailing, but the lone guardsman up ahead poses a problem. He's bored, waving his gun around like a toy, looking for anything to make the night more exciting. He spots me. Damn it. I can see the barge moving up the ledge of the island, nearly within sight of the guard post. I have to keep the heat off us.
Okay, so this is where we could use the cigars as a bribe, but I have a 97% chance of passing this. Let's see how that goes. Hey.
I'm no damsel, but I do my best impression. I mess my hair, widen my eyes, and drive up to the guard. Sir, help. They're after me. Bandits, thugs, evil men. They're right behind me. I only just escaped.
Laying it on a bit thick, Gia.
The guard shoots me a grin more bloodthirsty than reassuring. He thanks me before sprinting off to rain vengeance on my imaginary attackers.
Nice work. We're through.
Alright. Carry on. Oh. Or not.
A sudden inferno catches my eye. The glint of polished boots and oiled rifles reflect the devilish light as White Street thugs ransack a storefront on fire, its wares spilling into the street.
Burn the contraband! Find the traitor!
A shopkeep steals away from a back window, carrying a bulging sack over his shoulder. His leg catches the sill, and he falls to his face. Guards are rounding the corner, seconds away from spotting him. Cress, I might have to make a detour.
What's wrong?
I have to help someone. Won't take more than a minute.
Don't you blow this, Chia.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Grease Monkey, 40%. Okay, dodge at 83%. Let's give it a go. Ooh.
It's a razor's edge I'm dancing on, and I can feel my feet slip as soon as I accelerate past the corner. A roadblock too high to jump forces me to backtrack.
Heats up. The guards give chase and it takes too long to shake them. I probably wake up half the island trying to get away before I finally find a hiding spot.
Damn it, Jay, the whole island is buzzing with guards. What did you do?
Fucked up.
I load my car onto the barge and take over at the helm. Garbage day has no exceptions in White Street. We arrive right on schedule and the guards wave us through without a second glance. An enormous inverted headstone. The tomb is a grave marker for hope. The only way out is down. Nothing and no one gets out, unless they're dropped to the earth thousands of feet below. Cress.
Don't say it.
They're late. We can't wait forever. White Street's already on high alert.
Thanks to us.
They're coming. Just keep your eyes out for the signal.
We're hit by a sudden crash of light. Dazed, I fight against scorched retinas and a cold sweat down my neck. We've been jumped by a massive shadow hiding a barge and its frantically waving driver.
Hey, you! What's the holdup? Didn't you hear the alert? They're saying dangerous folks are in the area.
Controls got stuck. Just fixing them.
Oh, jeez. Let me help. I got a toolkit. I can make any engine sing.
My gritted teeth strain the politeness of my smile. We can't let him stay. Don't worry about it. I got my mechanic.
Your friend bent over the seat? Is she sick? Hey, doll, what's the matter?
Stomach bug. Probably the fish. The driver frowns. He sees the loose threads on my lie and I wait to see if he'll tug at them. He doesn't, but something tells me he won't stay quiet if he meets a whitecap.
Oh my god, okay. Heat's going up. What's the max on the heat? Hard to say. Infamous.
The barge pulls away. Cress and I share a look and the hard line on her face says it all. Stick to the plan.
Alright, well, I guess we'll have a look around.
Many attempts have been made, and each time it's made clear. It doesn't matter how much firepower someone brings, the prison remains unassailable. An observation booth surrounded by darkened glass and the big blue nothing. I hope whoever's on duty is taking a nap. The searchlights pan back and forth, waiting with a hair trigger to light the sky on fire with enough ordnance to sink an island. Cress, there's the chute. A pencil-sized light in the mouth of darkness. Adrenaline and hope are the only things keeping the Aetherians from losing what precious grip they've got on that chute.
That's them. Go!
Wait, searchlights first.
Ugh, here we go again. Okay, 83%. Or, ooh, dodge is hard now. Is it? Okay, well let's... guess we probably should try and shoot them out, huh?
Taking out the lights is as subtle as sending a brick through their window, but they can't chase what they can't see. The lights smash out as easily as milk bottles at a carnival shooting gallery. We earn ourselves a few precious moments of darkness. There's movement in the observation deck. My mind's eye paints the picture of a guard immediately jolting awake and sprinting to the alarm. Floor it! We hit the chute with a screech. The tomb is awake, walls shaking with alarms. Cress shouts up to the Aetherians waiting for us as they cling desperately to the chute. Aetherians flee the chute, but not fast enough. Half of them make the barge, while the rest still cling to the chute as the bay of White Street engines closes in. Faces go white. There's no time to get everyone down.
Harv, I'm sending you Owen. Rest of us need to get back to the cells before the guards know we're gone.
No, that isn't the plan.
No time. We'll manage.
We hear one convict land with a thud and a sob. Too many others disappear back into the tomb's waiting walls, but the sirens give us no time to mourn. Cress, it's too hot. We gotta go.
Damn it! The far ledge. Hurry.
Alright, well.
The tomb's guards buzz around looking for us like angry wasps defending their hive, but we're safe from their stingers. For now. We ditch the barge at the harbor, hustle the Aetherians into our cars, and make tracks.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have some trouble on the way, I expect. I thought we were gonna make it.
Sirens scream and hot searchlights paint our silhouettes against the cold ground. We ditch the barge at the harbor, hustle the Aetherians into our cars, and make tracks faster than rabbits with the hounds at our heels.
What's happening?
I knew the General's mercy was wasted on you rats.
We never asked for it.
Stop that truck!
5 rounds, huh? Okay. Who's this dude? So this lane is going to take 3 damage. So what if we just drop that one? Hell drops him. Could jump him. That will take 2, but it's kind of the same. Let's come there. We ram you in. Can't do that now. Okay. So what's this one? Weaken. Just make sure that he dies. Make him vulnerable. That's about it.
They're getting away!
Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Thinking about using this, but use it if I go there. She's got the machine gun, I suppose. Not. Could ram, but I don't want to ram him out of that lane, so let's do that. Oh, great. Okay, well... Jump them. Caltrops. What's that? Doing that cress. Oh, you son of a... Oh my god! Okay. We're gonna get hit regardless here, aren't we? So... Sucks a bit. Come back, and I missed that. We can do the caltrop. I guess I go to this lane just in case he's able to block the damage coming in, I suppose. It's going to take 2 damage. Can I do 1? I mean, I could.
Can't take much more.
Despite leaving White Street's men in a pile of scrap, I got pale faces and heated voices in the seats behind me.
My God, what were we thinking? They'll kill us on sight. Oh, why didn't we wait for Iron Hand?
We can't go back. Not now.
But...
Look, folks, we stick to the plan. I'm getting you somewhere safe. Argue the details after we get there.
Oh, scrap. God, yeah, that's becoming a bit essential. But we got grappling hook. This is a light weapon. Okay. Possibly pulls vehicles. Damages any vehicle and pulls them one tile by slow. So rather than ramming them into hazards, we might be able to use that instead.
Here!
Cress points to a wall of nothing but discarded machinery. But then, I see it. A small Aether symbol. The hidden door opens before I finish hiding the cars. Paupers must be watching.
Gia, no matter what, stick close. I mean it.
Where are you taking us?
Ooh, new vehicle perhaps.
Cress is my only point of reference as we navigate the Undercity. A maze that winds and bends in the dark blue light flittering through gaps in the brick and machinery. We reach an unmarked door.
Watch your eyes.
A hidden cityscape, bathed in aether light and rhythmic machine sounds, spreads out before me. I exhale an appreciative whistle while I blink the dots from my eyes.
Cool, that's a level, isn't it? Not what you were expecting?
This is amazing.
We've had a few decades to figure it out.
Long embraces, teary faces, and inside jokes coax tired laughter out of the Aetherneers as they reunite with their friends and family. I can't remember the last time I'd talked to my folks like that. Not since Zio died.
Despite the promise of safety, a somber cloud drifts over the former prisoners. Smiles and reunions are muted, haunted by the memory of absent friends.
I messed up.
What? Cress, this was a two-person job. This isn't all you. I should have...
You don't get to tell me that. My job was to make sure everyone got out.
Yeah,
And I failed.
press.
It was my job to keep the heat off us.
Which I
And
didn't
look what
do.
happened. There's plenty of blame to go around. It's a miracle we got out as many people as we did.
Then I need it better than a miracle.
Cress?
Hey, is Owen settling in okay?
Yes, thanks to you. He'll be fine. We all will. But, I'm actually here to tell you Iron Hand's looking for you.
The Aetherneers around us stare sympathetically. Some even shrink away with looks of guilt.
Gia, I have to deal with this. If I'm lucky, it won't take long. Stay here.
Ooh, garage, that's handy. Let's do the levels first. Let's see, so... do a gumshoe... Enforcer. This is building to... Oh, I do have a +1 ram action baton, I could have forgot about that. New combat action counter ram. The next time this vehicle is rammed, automatically ram back. Stagger enemies when using ram. Okay. It's time to wonder if I do want to be building into this, to be honest. The thing about ram is it damages you as well. Maybe Daredevil should be something I'm doing instead. Taunt. Like, I don't care about the taunt particularly, but getting that extra AP and the way our health is going, that would be pretty good. Oh, gain an HP each round. Ooh. Convert remaining AP into health, healing up to the vehicle's max health once per combat. Ooh. I think maybe I should be putting into that instead. I think you can respec with the golden dice, which I might do at some point. I might just put a point into... Certainly, well, yeah, that is quite a nice tree, isn't it? What's this one? Means we take damage most rounds, so I don't know how useful that is. Yeah. Yeah, I might... I'm doubling up in Grease Monkey then. Just having that extra bit of passive heal on her, I think would be good. Extra heal on Brainiac might be nice. Alright, let's build towards that. I guess I'm going to go to the garage first.
The cold, barren walls, rich smell of oil, and familiar clank of tools quickly announce this building's purpose. A garage like this is a smuggler's best friend. Nondescript, affordable, and discreet.
First things first. Oh, buy vehicles. Ooh, I haven't seen this before. Extremely mobile, exceptional AP, minimal health and storage. We fitted with light weapons suitable for long range. Okay. We have a wagon. Can I... Like, if I click this, will I automatically buy it? I kind of want to... Hold. Shift, hold to compare. Maybe... Oh, okay. Right, let's do that. Okay, so more AP. Not as much storage, but I think that's probably because I've got a storage thing fitted. Less... Ooh, even less weight. It's even more lightweight than what I'm driving. What about this? Same AP, more storage, more weight. One light weapon for shooting ahead of us. Think about okay, this one. If I compare it to Press's car, I think Flatbed's actually better than this. Let's come out of that for now because I should have a vehicle now, right? So I've actually got the prisoner transport. How comes with a Gatling gun that shoots behind. Not very subtle though, is it? This is the thing. This scrap thing's annoying. Where do I buy scrap from? I mean, I know you get it from fights and stuff, but I can't like grind those to scrap. Plus, I'd end up just needing more scrap anyway. Let's get the prisoner transport painted anyway. Which we have. Yeah, I'd like to buy a new car. I just feel like it's just a bit weak. The extra AP would be nice. I mean, I could presumably get a bit extra on there too. I wish I showed the map on this car as well, so I could see what parts I've got fitted. Yeah, I just feel like the flatbed's better than that. And in this one, we've got the prison transport now. So I think at the end of the day, I don't need to buy one of those vehicles. Look at the parts though. So on Honeybee. I have that full now. But is it worth it? I was just thinking, like... You still just want to push people into a hazard, don't you, really? They're normally they're very rarely in the middle. I mean, they sometimes are. Can Crest drive the heavy? No, she can't. She doesn't drive heavy vehicles. Does it not say it's a van though? Van heavy. Oh, she can. Okay. Let's do that, because at least it's full health. And it can fight. So maybe we'll get some stuff sorted out there. Get some armor. Sure, we'll stick it on behind. Actually, just realised she can't add her healing thing here, can she? Just suck a bit. I don't want to have healing. Okay, well I can't repair anything else, which is a shame. Guess we're done here. Don't even have any repair kits anymore, I don't think, do I? Use them all. Stuff I could sell, but nowhere to sell it.
I hear Alexander and Maria's voices drift over from the shop. Despite their hushed tones, it's not hard to guess the source of their concern.
Not good. They need food, bandages, water, but we're stretched so thin as it is.
It can't be helped. They're family. We'll find ways to survive. It's what we do.
I never wanted to bring our child into a world like this. I didn't want them to just survive. I wanted more. Better than what we have.
Lexi, we'll get through this. We're going to make a better world together for all three of us. We still have options. Don't give up hope yet.
Alexander rests his head on his wife's shoulder. They're lost in a few moments of peace, just the three of them. Whether it's the quiet or the exhaustion, There's no anger when my presence intrudes.
Topsider, you pulled through.
Thank you, truly. When we lost them, we almost... You don't know how many spirits you've lifted. Thank you.
Give Cress the credit.
Cress was the one running the show. I just did what she asked.
She's been a good friend to the community ever since Eli's lost purge. I hope we can return the favor one day.
Maria lets out a yawn deep enough to betray several sleepless nights. You folks look like you could use some rest.
Rest? Who has time for rest? The terriers say double shifts will end when the war ends. It's been this way for years.
It didn't used to be this bad, even for White Street. But after the bombing at Santa Anita, the priorities changed.
Eli took off the sheepskin, that's what changed. He was looking for an excuse to go back to war and dragged us with him.
White Street's always been a powder keg. Can't imagine it any different down here.
You think terriers, contracts, and long hours are new to us? We're taught the terms from birth, but it used to be livable here. Clean water, islands that didn't flip barons every few months. We took care of ourselves.
Even topsiders were friendlier. There was this one older lady, owned a pool. Sometimes she'd let Lexi and I go at night.
Maria?
And swim. We could keep the lights off and no one knew we were there. She died not too long ago.
The new owner tried to report us first time we showed up. It doesn't matter, the space was requisitioned for military purposes sometime later. Everything for the war effort.
I overheard you talking. Something about making a better world? That made ripples in whatever bubble of peace they had. A subtle glance, a flash of worry, and silent debate passes between the two of them before the tension drains.
You see how we live? Our children shouldn't know how to use a wrench before they know how to walk. I want to teach a child more than taking apart generators. How to make music, how to swim, how to wind skip.
Do you remember when you taught Kelly's boy how to skip stones? You two stayed up all night.
That boy, clumsy but determined, couldn't get more than 2 bounces, no matter what I told him.
I reach into my pocket and pick out a few flat stones. I make sure there's eye-catching patterns and colors, the kind I would have snapped up as a kid. Here, blue ones from the burrows. Could probably spin a story off that.
Skipping stones. You keep these on hand?
I like to have them handy, just in case. Alexander smiles softly, holding my gaze as he pockets the stones like he's handling a wrapped parcel.
Thank you.
Alright, maybe they got something I can bite. Ooh, okay, let's have a look at this stuff. What's this? Grenade launcher, heavy weapon. Heat noticeable. Damn it. It's an AoE. Interesting. Flamethrower. Undercarriage weapon. Discreet. Small AoE. Wish it told you like the shape of the AoE. Kind of like that. We got quite a lot of money. Auxiliary part. Magnet power device that moves vehicles without damaging them. Oh. Shunt. Knocks back any target vehicle at close range. Okay. I could get another repair arm. I wonder if that means Cress could do 2 heals per turn. And some repair kits. Yeah, okay, so, buy that. Tell you what, we can sell the booze. Let's just sell these things as well. Anything else to sell? Not currently. What's the AP? What's the AP cost of my shotgun? It's 5 AP for 5 damage, whereas this is way... Yeah, way cheaper to use, and it's only 1 damage less. Hang on, I want a machine gun. That's long range. Surely the pistol's probably better, because like, it's lighter. Less AP to use. Okay, yeah. I'll take that. Grenade launcher. Knocks back any vehicle. When would that be useful? I don't know that it would particularly. I can't think of a current use for that. Flamethrower could be fun. The grenade launcher. So I'm thinking for the train job, now we got that heavy weapon, that heavy vehicle. Maybe we kit that out. Really trick it out for the job. I'm gonna buy some of these bits as well. We're going to need to repair the flatbed. Okay, it's a lot of my money, but I think that looks pretty good. Alright. It's a shame I can't buy scrap. It's really weird. I mean, I know I can turn stuff into scrap at Cress's garage, but it seems like the conversion rate on that is terrible. Tempted to sell a grappling hook, but it might become useful at some point. I'm not exactly sure when. Let's leave that for now.
The negotiations were making progress. Ah, you must be Giovanna. Gia, I'm told you prefer. Sam Lowe, president of the Undercity League.
The so-called rats might get looked down on, but even the barons had to pretend to play nice with the Undercity League. Samuel Ironhand Lowe represented every Aetheneer in New York.
I have to thank you. You kept our Cressa alive today.
He sticks out his hand to shake. A genuine smile follows. The man's warm, inviting. A memory of Pop showing us our new sweaters on Christmas morning floats up from the recess of my mind. Surprised you know me. What have you heard? My name's taken some hits. Depending on your racket, it's usually passed around either with caution or horror. He turns towards me, thumbing his suspenders, and gives me his whole attention.
Good things. Our friends Alexander and Maria, and Cress here too, describe you as someone to rely on.
That's it? His eyes
Surprised
drape
it's that
over me
much?
like a warm blanket, wrapping me in an understanding look. He knows. He knows all of it.
This city is filled with stories, Gia. I've heard them all. What I've found is that the only ones worth paying attention to are those happening right now. And your story right now is quite exciting.
What's the Undercity League doing in White Street?
Negotiation. White Street's been so busy with their war that they've neglected their duties. Eli is still obligated to provide every basic necessity to his Aetho engineers.
Your negotiations have gone nowhere, Ironhand. The shortages, the imprisonments, the terriers having free reign over contracts. You're begging for scraps.
Don't downplay our progress now. More food, medicine, and parts. Even some years shaved off contracts. Negotiations might not be as flashy as a prison break, but they make a difference.
You didn't see them in the tomb. They couldn't wait.
And now how many more will be rounded up, locked away? How many terriers will be down here intruding in your lives, looking for those you freed, adding more years to contracts? Eli is not made of stone. Even he's capable of compassion. He could have been talked into seeing his judgment was too hasty. Now he'll harden himself.
You give him too much credit.
He will suspect the other prisoners knew of the escape plan.
I see constraint reel back the rest of his speech. Cress was already defeated. She didn't need to be reminded what awaits those left behind in the tomb.
He's never gonna change his mind, no matter how much ass you kiss. He was stringing you along. You're still just a rat. We're all just rats.
I am certain your friend here, even in her line of work, is familiar with making compromises with the Barons in order to succeed.
We're going to side with Chris.
A Baron will try to pull one on you every chance they get. It's in their nature. We don't do ourselves any favors playing by rules they just laugh at.
I have this argument with someone regularly. I'll tell you what I tell him. You can't make a car fly with a cracked engine.
I've got a roll of tape that says otherwise. But I know, life's not a car, even if it'd be easier if it worked like one.
But what's done is done. Cress, I may not agree with your methods, but thank you. Thank you for helping them escape. I will take care of the rest.
What are you going to do? Eli's probably heard about the prison break by now. He's probably got patrols up and down the barony looking for them.
What I do best, negotiate. Our newly liberated friends will need new homes, quickly. I know barons who will buy the contracts. People who are not unreasonable. And just as quickly, I will need to talk to Eli. If our friends inside have maintained plausible deniability, I may convince him not to blame them for the escape.
But Chris, next time remember, there's always a risk when you charge at the lion's head.
With that, the venerable Iron Hand leaves us, sharing friendly smiles and kind words with those he passes. Cress, on the other hand, goes slack.
Look at them. They believe every word of it. That this time the negotiations will work. They shouldn't have that hope.
You all right, Cress? That didn't seem like the first time you've gotten a talking to.
Iron Hand's not a bad guy. Honestly, he overworks himself, trying to keep the rest of us afloat. I understand it, but he makes it hard to argue back.
The more I look at Cress, the more I see the sway on her feet, the way she keeps massaging around her prosthetic limb. Either the job or the chat with Iron Hand was catching up to her. Ready to head back?
Not yet. I want to stop off at the Department of Contracts.
Okay.
Aetherians start young. They learn to take your car apart long before they develop their whitewashed eyes. A pitter-patter of coins clink across the metallic streets. I watch as a group of Aetherians take turns pitching coins at a tiny basket on the wall.
As well have a go.
Room for another? Despite a flicker of wariness, my arrival with Cress must have bought me enough goodwill. I get calls for good luck as I line up my shot. Like a bolt from Zeus, my coin hits the basket dead on. I get a clap on the shoulder and a hat's worth of winnings.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, we're going to go back to the garage, because we've got some new stuff, and we're going to kit out the transport. I'm going to give it the best I can. So, got that. Gia's armor. I got the... I think I might swap to have the Gatling gun front. How much does this do? This does 3 damage. Where's this? It's 5 damage. I'm just thinking the train, I can get in front of the train and kind of shoot backwards. So maybe I'll keep the Gatling gun there, actually. Put the grenade launcher there. Get more armor. I don't have any to give it at the moment, but storage isn't really so much of a concern. The Gia's improved stock engine. How much AP? It's got 9 AP. It doesn't have a lot, does it? Not as much as I can give it, though. Swap these round. Yeah. Let's buy more armor before we go on the trade mission. You know, really make a proper tank out of this. But we'll drive it in the meantime. Not sure how to give it extra AP. Let's switch Gear over. Just so we got that ready for the job. This is gonna suck. But if we heal, if we keep healing it, we know we can give it extra AP as well, so that will help. Cool. Okay, as Press's vehicle, let's use her. Actually, use that. Oh, the flamethrower as well. I was going to fit that to Cress's car. Oh, why can't I heal her? Oh. No, is it going to... Oh, it's fully... Wait. It said on that screen it was fully healed. Something weird going on there. Let's come out of this garage. I wonder if that will change. Something weird's going on there. It's saying it's full health now when clearly it's not. Saying it's here as well. Kind of weird. But anyway, we're gonna try another welding arm. I'm gonna replace that with the flamethrower. We can get some armor on her car as well. Yeah, it looks like she gets 2 healing actions. That's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, it says it there now. So, in terms of her inventory, then I don't know what happened there. Something weird happened, but the upshot is we didn't use any of our little repair kits for some reason. So, I mean, I'll take it. Oh yeah, I was gonna fit the pistol to Gia's car as well. I may as well do that. The old honeybee. We should have it instead of the machine gun, I think. Same damage, less AP. Yeah. Don't know where the machine gun's gone now. Maybe just into storage. Can't see my stash. You can usually see your stash in places. But okay, well, I think that's pretty good for what we got at the moment. Let's go.
Cress walks me through a door that smells of old paper and cooling coffee, and I double take. Above packed shelves and harried archivists, I see a sky of stained glass and stars made up of winking aether light. From the way Cress basks under its light, I doubt we're here to thumb through records. Madonna, what's that for?
Stargazing. Come on, take a load off. The light's hitting the glass just right today.
San Francisco doesn't look that far away. Too bad the 2,000 miles in between is reserved for farmers or raiders. My eyes skim a series of titles to do with Aetherians and Aether theory. Behind me, I hear Nellie gasp in anticipation, delight, recognition. Strasbourg, King Stratosphere. Despite his personal peccadillos and suspected anti-American leanings, the scientific advances of Arnold Strasbourg, chiefly known for his advancement of aether propulsion and suspension at high altitudes, ironically widened the gap of wealth inequality even further in favor of the Uppers baronies despite their brilliance. I'm sure Strasbourg himself would have something to say to this author, if he hadn't disappeared into thin air. The Origins of Aether. Though the early successful advances brought about by the discovery and development of Aether for purposes of construction were reasonably well documented, the explosive failures of its early experimentation, most notably the fatal Dews Reservoirs incident in which 38 technicians lost their lives, are less so. Due to the confluence of shared credit as well as blame, it is difficult to pin down who is most responsible for these first developments, as no less than 6 scientific collectives each claimed credit for those breakthroughs, while trying to avoid blame for any shortcoming. Same as it ever was. If you can't prove something is yours, muddy the waters enough for a partial payday. All the colors of the rainbow. Theories regarding a so-called Aether spectrum. While the vast majority of Aether scientists agree that theoretical colored Aethers are nothing more than a load of bunk dreamed up by weapons developers, a small number of researchers theorize that such weapons could be developed as soon as 30 years from now. Or, as it turns out, a whole lot sooner.
Yeah, it was Red Aether, that big cannon that the general used, wasn't it?
No understanding of brevity. I spy a collection of volumes, most of them hand-bound in leather or fabric. Huh. Looks like they were all written by Aetherians. Each spine features a tiny brand corresponding to the free home where they were written.
I'm going to read all the books that we find here, just in case it opens up other sort of conversation avenues in other places.
Conover Place. A nice place to lurk. When my folks got our contracts moved here from Pendleton Rocks, we would be treated nice, humane-like even. More money to go around, they'd tell my sister and me. The terriers aren't as strict, as if that meant anything. We won't be allowed topside, though. Not that they could tell without our eyes in. 1932. This one hasn't aged well. Conover Place burned a year after this was published. Most of the Aetherians dead, sealed in an iron coffin. The bones of Metropolis. My father worked the steam vents to his dying day. Son, he gasped, while the sawbones struggled to replace the fluids his burns had leached from his parboiled body. This ain't no life for man or woman. But what else is there, Pop? I cried, pounding on the wall with work-rough hands. What else is there? Lots of talk about weight-to-energy ratios and the stabilization of Aether when they describe how neighborhoods are maintained. The Ghosts in the Pipes, a study of location-based psychoses in the Undercity. Unable to find a common thread other than rough location, Dr. Fisher launched an in-depth investigation into why the men and women within the Racine Undercity were exhibiting a higher-than-normal rate of aberrant behaviors than other Aetherian free homes within the lowers. After 18 weeks, Fisher concluded that the chronic insomnia and resultant anxieties were directly tied to the sound of waste fumes vacated through improperly repaired pipes running through the maintenance tunnels, leaving the inhabitants surrounded by a constant sound resembling unending, unintelligible wailing, called the ghosts in the pipes by the locals. Dr. Fisher himself was not immune to the consequences of this phenomenon, and was remanded to a psychiatric institution after the study's conclusion. This stuff goes on forever. This shelf has a few books on the history of White Street. I notice right away that the majority of them look brand new, as if they've never been read or even handled. I guess these aren't too popular. Toil and Trouble, an examination of the water waste war. There was no doubt after White Street's victory of attrition over the barons of Smucker and Gainsford that the struggle was lost. Tillinghast had outmaneuvered the politicking of the lesser barons with intimidation and a projection of force. with the conflict resulting in a decisive stake in the city's water futures. The peace-loving General Tillinghast could, at long last,
Peace-loving?
lay down his sword and enjoy the peace his vigilance had bought. Peace-loving?
Okay.
Right. And I'm Kaiser Wilhelm. Clean Street Caesar, the early career of Eli Tillinghast. Though criticized by his peers for his controversial choices, Tillinghast doubled down on his shock and dread campaign, utilizing his sanitation brigade as a rifle butt, smashing pretenders to the throne of his burgeoning domain. Under his guidance, the Whitecaps moved from tidying the streets to handing out citations for unclean behavior, to random search and seizures, to enforcing curfews, eventually resulting in a de facto state of martial law. I closed the heavy tome, 500 pages of raw propaganda that looked like it hadn't seen a lot of attention. I wasn't expecting a secret shelf just out of sight.
Okay. I pick up the dense collection of Tillinghast's memoirs and notice something curious built just behind the series of volumes. I gather an armful of the self-serving waste of pulp on the luminaries of White Street and deposit them where they belong. On the floor, out of sight, hopefully for all time.
Dry as anything. Time to look elsewhere.
What was that about a secret
This shelf has a few books on the history of what. Dry as anything.
Didn't quite get that.
Looks like a pretty wide selection of modern history on this shelf. Funny, I never thought of Aethoniers as studious types. Yet the Crusades' origins were born from a perspective of well-meaning naivete, a concerted initiative from those barons in the uppers seeking to bring charity aid to those properties they had left behind during their upward climb. For this reason, some accounts depict the Crusades as necessary growing pains for the burgeoning social strata. Whitewashing, it's not just for picket fences. Stealing hearts and bases, the rise of the 35 New York bandits. A true David and Goliath story in our modern time. Nobody could have predicted the meteoric rise of the scrappy bandits during the 1935 season after a dismal showing in the previous year. The uppers-owned New York Gothams had the funding and the star players, but they lacked that crucial ingredient that pushed the bandits over the edge. Heart. I remember every play. That was one hell of a series. Trespasser of Nature. How New York beat the hurricane. And while Hurricane Bedford ravaged the eastern seaboard without mercy or compunction, flattening all in its path with countless casualties, as well as incurring millions in property damage, the people of the uppers simply turned up their nose and threw money at the problem, deciding once and for all that the problems of Earth were only for the earthbound. While seawater devastated and flooded the landlocked masses below, citizens of both the lowers and uppers were more or less insulated from the ravages of the weather phenomenon, passing harmlessly beneath the skybound colonies. Maybe the lowers weren't hit directly, but I saw lines for clean water circling the block, a gap-toothed child with a starvation-distended belly, men knifing each other in an alley for a bag of coal. The uppers had all they needed, and they did not want to share. That's about enough of that. Behind that propaganda piece about the general, there's a hidden shelf concealed in the wall. It's full of trashy glam mags about movie actors. In other words, pure bourgeois. Star Scoop, February 1936. All the sun's rays. A day in the life of Apollo Diamond. And wowza, is that Apollo with Mae West on his arm? For shame, Sonny. She's old enough to be your auntie.
A magazine? What is this twaddle doing in a library, for heaven's sake?
Star Scoop, May 1937. Apollo Diamond, on the town. Apollo, despite that sharp wardrobe and his prep school palaver, was surprisingly modest when asked about his thoughts on the Big Apple. Coming to the city was a big shock, but in no time, the people of New York accepted me as a genuine Knickerbocker. New York fans are the best fans in the world.
Yet another article on that actor?
Star Scoop, July 1936. His Life Among the Heavens, a deep dive on Apollo Diamond. Apollo's a good boy, a real mensch, Apollo's first agent, Morris Galecki, recounted fondly from his office in the lowers. Looking at him now, you'd never know he was once a little pisher from the neighborhood. Apollo Diamond? A local? Is that so? Didn't that other article say he was from out of town?
Hey, college girl, we've got more important things to do than think about some pretty boy movie star. Just drop it, okay?
Too much drama for me.
Okay, so we've all... guess I can't look at that. I guess we'll talk to... Cress.
Cress claims a spot like it's a regular perch at a bar. I follow her lead. Never thought I'd be stargazing indoors.
Yeah, well, you get used to doing most things indoors. When terriers and barons keep hammering you back down, they think if they keep the sky away, you stop looking up. So, we brought the sky to us.
Eli destroyed every theater and speakeasy years ago. I remember when the last vaudeville theater went up in flames. Surprised he left all this.
You think a baron cares about what happens down here? This place's been around long before Eli set up his sanitation brigade.
How long's that?
1880s, sometime after Holdstone.
It was a memory burned into the minds of every New Yorker. An Aether photographed as they jumped from an island on fire. The island sank, thousands died. Fleeing rats were blamed. The rest is history. Reminds me of nights on the roof with Zio.
You could see stars in the burrows?
No, this was later. I just found this little apartment. Remember, what's his name? The Baron who only wore red? He called himself something.
Mr. Love? Ran the gentleman's quarter. That barony's out south now, I think.
Ugh, slimy bastard. So, I just moved in. Zio comes by, brings a 30-year-old bottle of whiskey from who knows where. Talks about that time he got stranded in the Russian wilderness running guns in the Great War.
I like that story.
He always said the stars brought him home.
You really think he outran a bear at the end?
Zio could figure his way out of anything. If anyone's surviving a scrap with a bear, it's him. Cress stares upward into the faux night sky, her pale eyes darting from star to star.
I miss his stories about the constellations. He knew them all.
You're into the constellations?
There's a lot about me you don't know. My parents taught me. We used to have an undersky like this on my old island, built by a hobby astronomer, obsessed with capturing every constellation. Ursa, Canis, Calliope. Those were my bedtime stories. Argo was my favorite, a ship built perfectly to explore the whole world. A machine that never failed.
She rubs her arm where rat engineering bonds iron with flesh. Her eyes are fixed on the lights above. So, this prison break, this the type of work you do when you're not at the garage?
Sometimes. It can't be all roadside repairs and repulsor changes.
And that sponsor?
I can't tell you that, Gia. Not yet.
We could push her a little bit. It says it's impossible, though, so... yeah, I guess we'll let it go.
I've seen skyscrapers with more bend than Cress. I let the question lie for now. Cress reaches over and grabs my arm.
Watch. Here it comes.
Twinkly.
It's always beautiful. Every time. There's real hope out there, Gia. There are people out there who are changing things, fighting back against the barons. This was only a small part.
Fighting barons will get you shot, Cress. There's enough tragedies in the lowers to fill stacks of tawdry magazines. They usually end with, "They died doing the right thing."
You said it yourself. You don't win against the Barons by playing by the rules. Hey, Gia. Thanks. I know you're really just looking to polish your rep, but you did good today.
Look, you've done me a lot of favors lately. With the past year, with my car, and with Zio. This was the least I could do.
Don't get mushy on me. Anyway, we should get back.
Yeah, I think I looked at everything in here. Back to White Street, maybe? Guess so. I was going to say, we probably do need a safe house, because we've got so much heat on us at the moment. That's the only mission we got live at the moment, so we better do that. I was going to head up to the Raiment District and the Commercial District. Let's try and see if I can buy some armor. But let's just head to the safe house and get the heat off us for the time being.
New York's many pubs and bars have been a good friend to smugglers since Baron Eli's failed experiment with alcohol prohibition. And while the booze is flowing again, some have kept their various bolt holes and hideaways available for the odd outlaw on the lam from the local authorities.
Okay, lost 4 heat. If you don't mind stamping feet and loud music, a pub isn't the worst place I can imagine to lie low and wait for the heat to clear. It's almost refreshing once you get used to it. Okay, we've got a gum okay, it's impossible. I guess we'll leave that. Oh, I pressed it by accident. Hey, we did it! I pressed it by accident. We actually managed it. Cool. What do we get?
A few minutes of idle searching reveals something wedged against the wall behind a corner table.
Oh, okay, I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's not amazing. Not worth the impossible roll. So let's... we're probably going to end the episode reasonably soon, but I just wanted to, while I'm kind of on this train of thought, try and get some armor for this train job.
Hey, anything you need delivered today?
It'll be a while on the next shipment. Thanks for stopping by.
No armor. What's he... okay. Don't need that. Yeah. Okay, he doesn't have any armor. I've got quite a few repair kits now, so... not worried about that. Alright, let's leave. Let's head up to the Commercial District. There wasn't any shops at the Grand Promenade. Did he have stuff for sale? He might have done.
The main lot is in constant noisy motion, a cacophony of combustion engines and sparking steel. When you look past the grime, it's a place of ferocious efficiency.
Well, look who it is.
Yeah, let's see what you got, dude. Aether Sludge Throw. I think we saw that. What does that do? That does Aether damage. Damaging and lowering the AP of affected vehicles. That is pretty good. I don't want to spend all my money on that, though. Yeah. Okay, no armor
Take
for
care
sale.
out there.
It's basically the main thing I want at this point is some extra armor. There is a... Ooh, we're right by Liberty Auto. Let's go check that out, because they do sell stuff too. Yeah, we've got some armor here. Stock, shotgun, caltrops, refurbished, that's bad. Probably what I sold. So we're gonna buy. I'm gonna buy some flame retardant stuff as well. Okay, so let's fit these. Do the prisoner transport first. So we're gonna add. Oh, I thought I meant the other car. So put that on, and I'm gonna put on one of the flame retardant things there. flatbed. She only gets one. So we'll do that. So did the prisoner transit? It does have another of these, so let's pop on the other heat-proof shield. Like, I don't know if that means it'll stop all the fire damage, but I mean, I've got it available, so let's do that. Okay. Actually, I want to have a look at the won't absorb many hits, but better than nothing. Wait, this one help. Oh, it does. Oh, it gives you health. Okay, health plus 2. I see. Okay. I thought it blocked damage, but it gives you more health. Okay, so we're actually on 23 health on that. So we're actually quite close to the train job here. I think this is probably about as prepared as I can get us for the train job. We got used up all our money, all our scrap. Got a really chunky vehicle now. Prison transport for it. Chris is still in her flatbed. She can heal a couple of times. I mean, I think we're about as prepared as I can get us. So we'll come back next time and go straight into the train job and see if it goes a little better this time. But I'll just say thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Aether Iron. Quite nice to do the prison break. Get a fair bit of lore and stuff as well. Get a new vehicle. I'm looking forward to getting another crew member. Maybe that'll happen soonish. Not sure. But yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts. As I said, if you've enjoyed it, if you can hit that like button, that'd be awesome. And big thank you as always to our channel members as well for supporting Boring Dad Gaming. Hugely appreciated as always. And if anyone else is interested in checking out channel memberships and gaining earlier access to my videos, that would be amazing. But thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.